Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Amarachi. I'm here to talk about the latest episode of Married to Medicine. I don't remember what season this is, but this is episode 11. Let's get into it. So, everybody's in their rooms where everybody's just discussing the aftermath of what happened the night before. Quad asks King what happened. King says, well, I think everything really popped off when we started talking about sex and when we said that we do it about 15 times a week. And then Quad starts saying that she thinks that Quad said that what happened last night has shown her that Gregory is not over her and that T is just is a filler. I don't know if it was the edit, but did anybody catch how King was just looking at her like, girl, like, why are you reveling in the fact that, not even a fact, why are you reveling in the thought that it's a possibility that your ex-husband is not over you? Like what's up with that? And I've said this throughout the season. I feel like Quad has been putting like nuggets into King's ear. She's wanted like this altercation to happen, and she finally got what she wanted. I'm just gonna put it like that. I know some of you might not agree with me, but I truly feel like Quad wanted King to step to Dr. G, and possibly because of the trauma allegedly that Dr. G put her through in their marriage. So she's looking for her man that's gonna like fight for her based on, but you know what, y'all? Okay. We pan over to Dr. G and T. Dr. G gives T a weak ass apology. I was just like, bruh, no. And then he gonna tell T, oh, well, I just didn't want you to get into it with Quad. You were just going and going. I'm like, G, you were the one that was going. Oh, like, what? It's like Dr. G has his facts of what happened that night distorted. And I'm just like, bruh, that was a weak ass apology. And T is better than me because I would have been like, no, that's not no apology. We get over to Phaedra, Heavenly, and what's her name, Dr. Jackie. They start discussing what happened last night. And Simone says, based on what happened, she feels that the two, Dr. G and Quad, they need healing. And they ask Heavenly. Heavenly interjects. Heavenly's like, I thought what happened was funny. I said, what? And then, what's it called? Simone looked at Heavenly like, I didn't see anything that was funny in it. I'm like, Heavenly, how are you? So you thrive in the midst of chaos. You saw how chaotic that was last night, and you found that to be funny. I was like, Quad, I hope Quad watched the episode last night and realized that Heavenly is not your friend. Heavenly thrives in chaos. And I feel like the way Heavenly is going, I feel like Heavenly is going to be the downfall of this show. She's really going to be because that's why her mouth is so reckless, because like she doesn't take anything serious. That's why she can like attack anybody. She can use whatever you're going through to attack you, because in her mind everything is funny. And it's like, no, I feel like one day Heavenly is truly going to meet her match. She's truly going to meet somebody that's about that life. And we know Heavenly can't fight. I don't support violence. I don't support violence, y'all. But I was just like, there was nothing funny about what happened last night. And I love how Simone just looked at her like, Heavenly, like, what? Are you okay? How was that funny? So she tells Jackie that she invited Apollo to come down to Key West, and says that Phaedra knows. So they're heading over to the boat because they're going to a sandbar for the day. Heading over to the boat, they get to the dock. As they're about to take off, Heavenly calls Apollo to find out where Apollo is. Apollo says he's on his way for them to wait for him. Apollo shows up. He has his wife, and we find out that Apollo was cheating on Phaedra with Shireen. So there's like a flashback of like a season of Real Housewives of Atlanta when we first saw Shireen. And Phaedra lets us know that when Apollo and Shireen got together, that's when she was pregnant with their youngest son. So she really ain't got no words for Shireen. She doesn't really speak to Shireen. And she refers to her as a linebacker, but whatever. So everybody comes to realize that Apollo and Shireen knows Phaedra's date Shek. They're just like, what the F? What the F is going on? You guys know each other? So Apollo starts saying that, Shek didn't tell him that he was going to be here with Phaedra. That Shek didn't tell him that he's dating Phaedra or something like that. And I'm just like making it feel like a Phaedra needs to like tell him that, oh, I'm dating one of like your homeboys. I'm dating somebody that you know. I'm like, first of all, we know that Phaedra is not dating Shaq. This is just for the show. Number two, even if she was dating him in real life, she owes you nothing. You guys have not been married for the last 7 years. You guys got a divorce. And second of all, when you guys were married, you were cheating on her. Phaedra don't owe you shit. But we know she's not dating Shaq. It's just for the show. But Apollo, like, boy, like, no. So everybody's drinking, everybody's having fun. Like, the being on the boat was a whole vibe when everybody got over the initial shock of Apollo and Shireen. It became a vibe. Let me look down at my notes real quick. Y'all, a lot happened in this episode, so I had to like take notes, and my notes are long. So I'm just trying to make sure I speak on the things that were relevant, because it was a lot. So now they're at the sandbar. The ladies go off to their one side. They're like all on the boat, on the floaties, just floating, having discussions. And then the guys are by the sitting down by the benches. And Eugene gives a toast to the guys. And then King decides to give a toast and appreciates the guys for like, you know, letting him in, for trying to get to know him. And then that's when Gregory interjects. Gregory is like, oh, you know, I didn't really try to get to know you. And last night was a lot, and I didn't mean any disrespect. And I'm like, okay, Gregory, you could have just ended it right there, because King was receptive of what Gregory was saying. I'm like, Gregory could have ended it right there. Then Gregory decides to say, I mean, all I told her was, you talk too effing much. King was like, wait, what? You told her that? Gregory, and then everybody was just like, oh shit. So, because I was wondering, like, the night before when they had that altercation, and Gregory said, you talk too effing much, referring to Quad. I was like, why is King just sitting there mute? So it turns out that King didn't hear it. So it made sense. So King was like, okay, I'm going to need you. If you said that about Quad, I'm going to need you to apologize to Quad. Gregory was like, apology goes both ways. Like, both parties need to apologize to each other. And King said, no, you're going to apologize to my woman. So this is where Gregory was weird. So Gregory walks up to King. He stands up, walks up to King and said, if I knew who you were, I would have walked up to you and told you. And I know that you were going to stand up for her. I'm like, Gregory, sit your Mickey Mouse sounding voice down. Because what? All you had to say was, last night, I didn't mean no disrespect. Everything was good. We just need to like go like our separate ways and call it a day. You ain't need all that extra stuff that you were saying. But you know what? I'm still gonna get on King, because King, what you were saying towards the end, I was like, bruh. So the ladies, so the Shireen starts like spilling all the tea about Shaq, how Shaq is for the streets and the whole of Atlanta, how Shaq ain't really like, you know, for one woman type of person. So Shaq comes over. So the ladies start asking him, oh, how do you know Shireen? And he's like, that's none of your business. So the lady was like, do you know Shireen's family? He was like, yeah. You go over Shireen's family? He was like, yeah. And then Apollo comes over. And then Shaq was like, oh, they're asking me, did I tell you that I went on a date with Phaedra? Apollo said, no. Shaq was like, but I told you I was going on a speeding date. Apollo was like, yeah, you told me you were going on a speeding date and Phaedra was there, but then that was all you told me. Shaq was like, I don't got to tell you everything I do. Rightfully so. Like, Apollo, I don't understand why you're trying to put claim on Phaedra when you cheated on this woman when you were married to her. It's not like you did good by her and then you went to jail after that. Like, bruh. So Phaedra feels some type of way because like the ladies are grilling Shaq and like trying to like say, oh, you're dating the homeboy. You wouldn't even tell your ex-husband that you're dating the homeboy. So Phaedra feels like you guys are supposed to be my friends. Why are you guys kind of like taking Apollo's side? So Phaedra is like, why do you care who I'm dating? I'm not married to you anymore. And then there goes Shireen. Shireen is like, Apollo don't give a F who you dating. And then she's like, Faye. And then Phaedra was like, I've told you already, my name is not Faye, you bad built biatch. I say, damn. You know what? Usually I'm not here for body shaming, but look, you were dating that woman's husband while she was pregnant with their child. So whatever name she calls you, you just gonna have to You're just gonna rock with it. And did y'all hear that Shireen ain't had no comeback for that? She was I said, okay, Faye. I was like, damn, Phaedra. That's how I but Phaedra says that she's always said that she doesn't have a conversation with the lady. I mean, it makes sense because if Phaedra might not have wanted Apollo, but that doesn't mean that she wanted Apollo to step out on her when she's pregnant. You have to remember, when you're pregnant, that's like, I feel like pregnancy is like the most vulnerable time for a woman. So if a man steps out on you while you're pregnant, that says a lot about how he feels about you. Because you're carrying his seed. You're bringing life into the world. You're bringing his seed you're carrying his seed. You're growing his seed every day. And he can look you in the eye and go step out on you. Like, bruh, that man don't care about you. I mean, I don't care if he says I love you every day. That man does not care about you. Because when your woman is pregnant, it is the most vulnerable time. Anything can happen to the woman. Anything can happen to the unborn child. So for you to put a woman through that type of stress, unnecessary stress, bruh, no. So, now T asks Shireen, who invited you? Shireen says Dr. Heavenly invited me and Apollo. So T asks Heavenly, what was your motive inviting them? Heavenly's like, don't ask me nothing, you little biatch. Like, worry about your husband, like still loving Carl. I'm like, and then T like starts like, so Heavenly and T now they start throwing insults across to each other, calling each other names, and now they got to be separated. And then that's where Dr. Mimi's husband, he gets wind of what's going on, and he's like, hold up. He starts walking over, and the man walks straight to his wife. He's like, you good? He was like, I don't play about this one right here. I was like, dang. I was like, yes, that is a man, because his concern was his wife. Is my wife good? And then his wife was like, yeah, I'm good. Dr. Mimi looked like, what I'm supposed to do? And then, so Heavenly started bucking like she want to go fight T. I'm like, Heavenly, you know you're not about that life. Stop. I was like, Simone, because Simone is like now holding her back. I was like, Simone, let her go real quick. I want to see something. Because Heavenly's like, Simone is like, I'm like, Simone, let her go. I want to see something real quick. Like, you bucking like you about to do something. You know you're not about to bust no good. You said it many times that you can't fight. And I think T can fight. Because I really think T is about that life. So Dr. Gregory comes over, holds T. He's like, body hugging her, trying to get her to calm down. Phaedra and Shaq are trying to get T to calm down. And then that's when King decides to come over to Gregory and tells T, calm down. I want to talk to Gregory real quick. And then tells Phaedra, talk to T while I want to talk to Gregory. I was like, King, what the? I was like, really? This is the time, because King talking about since there's like a lot of like happening right now, this is the best time for me to talk to Gregory, because then he won't feel like he has to like be a macho man or like front, so he can just like hear me out. And I was like, bruh, this man is consoling his wife, and you have the nerve to tell his wife, calm down, I want to talk to your husband. If I was T, I would have been like, don't tell me to calm down. No, my husband is gonna console me. Whatever you want to tell him, you can tell him later. Whatever aggression that I had towards Heavenly, I would have transferred that shit to King. Because no, that's what you're not about to do. Because I was just like, bruh, no. So he pulls Dr. Gregory over. They're talking. So I gotta look at my notes to see exactly what they were saying, bruh. Because it was a lot. I actually wrote down what they said. I'm gonna read what I wrote. So King pulls Greg aside, tells him not to speak to Quad, nor mention Quad's name. Greg said, that's fine. I don't want to talk about Quad. I don't want to mention Quad's name, but she can't speak on me either. King says she can say whatever she wants. I say, King, what the fuck? In what reality? I don't understand. In what reality do you think it's okay for Quad to speak on King? I mean, it's okay for Quad to speak on Greg, but Gregory cannot speak on King. King talking about something. Quad can say whatever she wants. Gregory was like, no, then if she can say whatever she wants, then I can speak on her. King said, no, when she speaks about you, come tell me, and I'm going to check her. I said, nah, bro, that ain't how it works. No, I'm not going to sit there and have somebody say something about me, and I cannot defend myself. Now I got to wait till when I see your man to go and tell your man and be like, yo, this is like, bruh, no. I was like, King, you must be stuck on stupid, because no, that shit don't even sound right. I mean, I'm not here for a man and a woman arguing, but let's call a spade a spade. If I'm there and you talking about me, I'm gonna and I know what you're saying about you're trying to defame my character. I'm not just gonna sit there mute. I'm going to defend myself. So I totally agree with Gregory saying that, well, if I can't talk about Quad, tell Quad not to speak about me. But King talking about something, she can say whatever she want. Bruh, no, that's where you lost me. So I was like, yeah, the rules are not one-sided. If it has to, the rules have to go both ways. So King says, so now the two guys are arguing. King says he knows the past. Greg says, you know her side of the past. King says, tell me something different. Greg says, you'll find out soon. So I'm like, King, like, you want him to like tell you everything that happened right now? Like, and then King says, you don't want to find out. Greg says, I'm a doctor. I ain't got time to be fighting people and making threats. King says, as long as you ain't got no words for her, then we good. Greg's gonna say, like, man, who the F you talking to? King says, I'm talking to you, mother effer. And then that's like when the whole brawl starts. Next thing we know is King like takes his shirt off. I was like, bruh, is it that serious? King takes his shirt off. Now he getting ready to fight. And then Simone is like holding King back. I was like, Simone, what are you doing? Like Simone, like, what did you think you were trying to do? Like, let that man go before you go and injure yourself. Because you have to understand, when people are like, when that adrenaline is pumping, when in that heat of that moment, you're trying to hold a man back. You're a woman trying to hold a man back. If that man like accidentally like uses his power to like, whoosh, your ass is gonna go flying. Now Cecil's gonna have to come in and start trying to fight to defend your ass. Like, y'all remember what happened when Dr. Jackie was trying to hold Contessa back when she was charging at Dr. Heavenly, and Contessa was in the moment. She didn't even know that she knocked Jackie down. So imagine when King is like, and then like Simone is like trying to like hold him back. Imagine like if like in the adrenaline, like King accidentally like pushed Simone off of him. Now that's gonna be a whole new issue. I'm like, Simone, what the hell are you doing? So King starts charging at Dr. Gregory. Wait a minute, see where Dr. Gregory was. Starts charging at him. The next thing you see is Quad starts running across like, no. I was like, Quad, you finally got what you wanted. Because since the first scene that we've seen you with King, you've been like dropping nuggets every time. So you gonna say something to my ex-husband? You gonna say something to my ex-husband? You gonna say something to my ex? Like, bruh, girl, like, no. So I'm just like, the only part that I didn't agree with was when King told Dr. Gregory, don't speak about Quad, but Quad can say whatever she wants. Like, no, it don't work like that, bruh. It don't work like that. But I do believe that Dr. Gregory telling Quad that you talk too effing much, that was unnecessary. You could have just said you talk too much. You didn't have to say the effing much. But you know what? When people are angry, they say how they feel, and that was how they feel. I mean, he didn't call Quad out of her name. I don't remember him calling her bitch or a mother. For all he said was, you talk too damn fucking much. Excuse my language. You talk too effing much. Some people might feel like that's a lot, but yeah. And that weak ass apology he gave T, I was not here for it. And Apollo, you and Shireen, first of all, and then we find out Apollo and Shireen are getting a divorce. Like, and Apollo was allegedly cheating on Shireen. So I guess how you get him is how you lose him. So Apollo missed me with the, oh, she didn't tell me she was dating the homeboy. Like, Apollo, you're thirsty. Because if you're not thirsty, why are you on this show? You and Phaedra are not even married anymore. Why are you and your wife trying to ride Phaedra's coattails? If Phaedra was so demonic towards you, if Phaedra was such a horrible wife towards you, why are you trying to ride her coattails? She went from Real Housewives of Atlanta. She came to Married to Medicine. You follow her, go Married to Medicine. Now that she's going back to Atlanta, Real Housewives of Atlanta, are you going to follow her back there? Like, Apollo, stop being so thirsty. All right, y'all. That's what I have about this episode. You guys let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section, and I'll talk to you guys later. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Peace.